Okay, so I was gonna do updates every like 2 weeks of treatment, and then I didn't. I had other things to do. All right, I'm sorry. Look, it doesn't matter anyway. I can summarize. Yeah, so a few days ago I got to 8 weeks on your tit tacs, and I forgot the other fun names for them. I should have looked that up. Like recited all the fun names for. Anyway, for my estradiol velerate tablets that I am taking to make me more pretty and to help other people recognize my gender and all that fun stuff. Anyway, so it's been 8 weeks now. So I'm gonna kind of go through like the stuff that happened along the way and then give like overall changes summary, I guess. So like I did 2 weeks. Yeah, I did the 2 weeks thing. And in the 2 weeks thing, and also I think in the few days one, I just want to clarify, I guess, like I talked a little about like this perceptual thing. And I said something like, well, I think at one point I said it was like, yeah, it was like things that were at the front of my perception were clearer, but things in the background were less easy to focus on. And then also that it was like hard to like focus on things or something. But I think the difficulty in focus of like resolution of perception kind of thing, that was tiredness, I think, but not normal tiredness. That's why I was like, what is this? Like it was due to the initiation of the treatment, but I mentioned in the other video that it was like similar to when I had like a fever. But also I remember that when I had a fever, like I need to sleep like a lot, and that was similar, like just needing to sleep like more than like normal sleeping time, like heaps of sleep. So I think it's just this like abnormal tired thing where the body is like, whoa, I gotta do something, what's going on? Yeah, and that was kind of the result of that. So like, yeah, and as I said before, like once it had gotten to like, I don't know, like a week even, I think after a week I was still feeling like pretty tired, like a week on, like, yeah, around about that like 6 p.m. mark, and after that it kind of stopped a bit. Yeah, and like also clarification, once I was at like, yeah, even just like a week or even just a little less, I started to get fat on my butt, which was nice. And I was like, is that subcutaneous fat that I'm getting? Because I know that like you build up like a level of subcutaneous, which means like just under the skin, like you get fat like everywhere. As a difference between estrogen being like your dominant sex hormone compared to testosterone, which makes the skin softer, and also like it does, among other reasons, like it adds to your body fat percentage. But yeah, I think we've realized it's not subcutaneous, it's just like fat, and just like because I didn't really have much fat before at all, and yeah, since like, and like me on testosterone as my dominant sex hormone was someone with like, I had a very high metabolism and I just didn't collect fat like anywhere. Obviously I did have, I had like maybe like around 10% like body fat, like it wasn't zero, that's not possible, but like, it was pretty slim. I didn't have any visible, like measurable, not measurable, like tangible, like, I don't know, like obvious, I don't have any like obvious fat anywhere. So once I like moved over to hopefully dominant estrogen, then yeah, I'm getting fat build up in somewhere where in terms of my my genes it kind of goes, and so like first stop the butt, yay. Then I got it after like, and this is after the last video now, like I think around about 3 weeks, I started to get it on my legs as well and under my arms. The legs I was like, yes. And it wasn't just the thighs, like also like the lower legs a little bit. But then with under the upper arms, I was like, okay, not as excited about that one, but it's okay. That happened kind of like around about the same time at this sort of 3 week mark. And I remember with the legs, it was like, it was kind of a lot, because it was like all of a sudden, maybe it was less than 3 weeks, like anyway, 2 to 3 weeks. It was after the last video, obviously. All of a sudden, my whole like legs like
felt quite different. And I like remember I woke up one morning, and this is like the second morning, and I was like, oh my god, I'm still getting used to it, like, but a lot of the time, like, I've been kind of waking up with that like doubty thing where like I wake up with these stupid, like, you know, negative self-talky thoughts that are just like, you shouldn't be doing this, like, you're faking it, like, you're gonna regret it, like, all this crap that, like, and that hasn't happened in like a while. But yeah, I kind of got that because I woke up to this like, oh my god, I am changing, like, and it was like quite, that was like quite sudden. It's one of the reasons I wanted to start on lower medication, because like I knew I needed some progress, but I was still like, not like, yes, give me everything straight away. I was still like, I want to like ease into this and like see how it goes. And so like that felt sudden. But yeah, then I got used to it, and I like the look better. You know, like, it is what I wanted. I feel like I don't worry about how my legs look now. I don't feel like they look too masculine, apart from when I still, the body hair hasn't changed yet. That's something. That'll like 6 months before that thins out, apparently. So it's a good change, and I'm getting used to it. Yeah, so that was the next thing. And then at like 6 weeks, I think, yeah, my girlfriend kind of noticed that like my nipples looked a little different before then. And then I was like, oh yeah, it's like changed, like it looks a little different. And then like I started to like feel something a bit, and then I read about, yeah, like early breast development or whatever. And I'd like just read about the sort of growing pain you get, where it's like a sharp kind of stabbing pain that can go like all the way to like here to like your armpit, because that's where like the nerves or something go the whole way across. So you can see, oh, a little bit of sorry, it's like a little bit of a little old bump. That's like all I have. But that happened like minutes after I had like read about it, and I was like, oh, that's what I just read. Yeah, so that's not too bad. Like, I just sort of feel it, and I'm like, yes, babies, grow. But the annoying thing is, like, I'll like today I accidentally like hit, it's always my left one, I don't know, the left one hurts where I hit it more or something. I always like I hit my left nipple when I was like changing shirts, and I was like, ow. And the worst one was like, I carry like an instrument and like my skateboard and like a backpack all the time, and I have like my card in like a little bag on my side, and to get through after getting off a train, I have to like put something down, and then like I'm holding my skateboard under my arm, and I got my card out, and I'm like, I don't know, it's awkward. And then like I was doing it before, and I to do something to lean over, like the top of my skateboard like pushed into my nipple, and that really hurt. So that was fun. But yeah, this is all fun stuff. So that's kind of like the main thing that's happening at the moment, is just like watching that happen very slowly, and yeah, just kind of like itchy and like little like stabby pains and whatever. In terms of now going to, oh yeah, I've also noticed, like, you probably can't see it here, but like in some videos that don't have too high quality, I'm like, okay, my face looks a little different, which is nice. I'm also, this is like a good day for me for my laser hair removal as well, because it's at the stage where like the hair that they zapped is all kind of dyed, because it's been almost 2 weeks. So that combination, see, now I'm like, it can be disappointing. I'm like, I should look good now, but like, you know, whatever. But yeah, so I have lost what I was talking about. The facial, yeah, I mean, yeah, I look a little different in the face. I feel like my body looks a little different as well, less defined. Like, I think I might have mentioned this before, I don't know, but like my muscle definition, yeah, I did mention this before, like, I noticed particularly on my back, like it does look different. And then my front as well, I've noticed that you can kind of see a bit of shape to me now. I don't know if I can I've gonna, yeah, look, I have like a little waist. Isn't that cute? I mean, yeah, you can kind of see a waist there. And like in terms of, I'll do like summative measurements now. Like I've been measuring every 2 weeks, kinda. Waist measurement, it's dropped like a little bit, you know, like a couple centimeters, but that's cool. You know, I like to say I'm a 28, but 28 inches, but like now it
does actually round to 28 inches and not to 29. So that's nice. That is like, I really appreciate that. Yeah, so like lost 2 centimeters on the waist, which is awesome. I haven't gained anything in the hips yet, but you know, it's okay. We'll get there hopefully. And I've lost like 1 centimeter around the band, which is like the measurement here, and then gained 1.5 around the bust, you know, a little bit. And then I've lost a couple centimeters like around my shoulders. That probably doesn't look any different, but I don't know. I don't look like as like big man muscles as before, but like it's still there kind of, but I don't know, for me it's not as like just I don't get as like euphoric. Like I'm wearing this really tight shirt and I don't feel like, oh, I shouldn't wear that, that's wrong. You know, like I'm getting to a stage where they don't look as like big man muscles kind of thing. Yeah, and I'm getting back into exercising and training, so that's good, because I took a bit of time off because I had that fever before I started treatment, then I was like really tired with treatment. Yeah, and so I want to be comfortable in active wear, not looking like a, no, I mean, I'm not like buff, but you know, not looking like a, yeah, like a man, you know, but like, in terms of my body, in terms of my like muscles as well. Yes, I mean, that's going to be a slow change, but I do feel like it looks a little different. And in terms of me participating in these sports, I have my jacket back on, it's quite cold. Participating in these sports I'm doing, like, yeah, I mean, I don't pass in active wear, like, not yet anyway. That's one of the reasons why I needed to go on hormones. Like, some friends are like, oh, you can do makeup and whatever, but like, I don't live, like, I don't want to wear makeup every day. I don't want to live in makeup. I want to, like, I'm not wearing makeup now. I mean, that, yeah, anyway, lasers help with that as well, hair removal, but I want to be able to go to the gym and not feel like an imposter as, you know, like someone, like a cross-dresser, or like, you know, do me the favor of ignoring my sex characteristics and trying to consider me a different gender. Like, it doesn't feel good. Yeah, so I felt more of that in pole dancing when there are, you know, because like I'm still kind of associated with the men in the class and not with the women, which is the majority. And people knew me there before, so I'm gonna go back to the studio eventually, but at the moment I'm yeah, just before I went away, in terms of preparation for the treatment, I wanted to get back into fitness whilst I had all my testosterone still, like build the muscle and then hopefully like keep it. I think it was just something I gave myself to delay at the start, honestly. But I went back to parkour training, so I'm at the parkour gym, and that's a very, you know, like parkour is like, you know, majority men, it's like 90% men, and pole dancing is like 90% women. And I mean, they're all nice, and like the people who run the place and the trainers, like they like know, and they're nice and they're good, you know. They don't, I think one of them got my pronouns wrong, or he didn't, I hadn't spoken to him before anyway, but like people just don't, you know, like I'm wearing my pink leggings and like a crop top or like a bralette under a tank top, but like it's just because my body looks different. People don't know, they're not that educated. Yeah, so other measurements, just going back to that, lost a couple kilograms. I don't think I want to lose too much weight because I am, you know, I was already pretty slim, so I'm on like 59 kilograms now, down from 61. I also measure my strength. I've gotten stronger, but that's because I was a little weak, you know, when I started because of sickness and then being tired on the medication. So I feel like I'm getting my strength back up to where it is, to where it should be, and then yeah, I'm hopefully seeing changes in muscle distribution where like these muscles that I feel like, yeah, they'll get smaller, and I will get weaker, you know, like that happens. Like if you change, I mean, testosterone is your dominant sex hormone, like that is the difference in performance, the average difference in performance we see across the sexes, and then within as well, but we don't talk about it within as much because we all do vary, and it's, you know, we do have a bimodal distribution, and we put it into a binary in sports, which is a discussion that, you know, maybe we we shouldn't do that, and we can have a little more nuance in how we divide that, but that's a separate thing. But yeah, but research shows like it's just the amount of testosterone. So like, you know, like I'll just get weaker, which is fine. But I'll keep training, you know. Anyway, I'm running out of time to record, and I think I've kind of summed everything up. So we're gonna keep enjoying the journey.